Barstool, late night, party on, excellent.
Are we live? I think we're live. I see someone spinning. I don't know if that's. Welcome to Barstool tonight, everybody. This is Carl's there. Carl's not here. This is a shit show. I believe Frank the Tank is our guest. If we could bring Carl or Chief in here, that'd be great. There's Chief. Chief, how are you?
I'm doing fine, Ed. How are you doing?
You know what? Yeah, I'm doing about as good as I can be.
Are we just having a Zoom, you and me? Are people able to see this? Like, what's going on?
I don't know what's going on, to be completely honest with you. But we're here. We're doing a show. Carl's not here, but hopefully Frank the Tank's going to be joining us here soon.
I mean, Carl's here. Here. Can we throw Carl in the show? Like, I just saw him. I just saw his screen light up. I mean, we gotta put him on the show. And Matt, if you're listening,
I don't know what's going on with Carl. I think
honestly, and now the live clock ticker now just says like 8 seconds, but I feel like we've been on longer than 8 seconds.
So what's going on here, Chief? What seems to be the issue
with our broadcast? It's like my job is to write questions, and do the trivia. So I did that several hours ago.
Do you want to kick it off with trivia? Do you want to quiz me here?
Do we have Frank the Tank? You want to just go?
Here's the situation. So we were supposed to go live like we usually do at 10:30 Central.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a link to go live at 10:25.
Yep.
And so we're like, all right, like I don't know what's going on. Like pretty much at the mercy of our camera guy here, and nothing happened.
Yeah, radio silence.
Yeah, so and then we don't know if Frank the Tank's coming at 10:39. I legitimately felt like I was behind a curtain and someone just pushed me on the stage.
Get out there and run the show. Get out there, no warning. No, I mean, if we're late, are we doing this? We're going to do it or not? And yeah, here we are. So we're doing the show. I also like. I'm
right now. Put me in right now.
Hey, Carl.
Holy fuck!
What's up, bud?
Are you guys talking about it?
I pretty much laid down what's going on. It was so like people know, like it was supposed to be a normal show. We were going to start with Carl and I. We were going to bring in Frank the Tank.
First off, I was saying, no one really gives a fuck about this late night show to begin with. Like, this is literally a quarantine effort, just like fucking, you know what? We might as well just fucking throw some shit at the wall. And worst case scenario, last thing anybody can do is be like, oh, the Barstool show guys did fucking shit. I mean, this is literally, we don't ask for shit with this fucking show. It's just like literally hit a fucking button and then we'll just fucking do it. And guess what? Every week this show fucking sucks. We fuck it up. It fucking stinks. And it never gets better. And it's our last, this is so Barstool. It's our last stream. We've been dying to have Frank on. We finally have Frank ready to go. It's 10:40. I've had 27 beers today. I've been telling my wife, I'm watching fucking Star Wars. I'm gassing fucking high noons. I'm doing everything I can to not fall asleep. And our camera guy's over here just fucking taking a nap. What?
It was.
The last thing I want to say. This is Barstool Sports. We are better than this. We are better than next at 10 p.m. I know we suck. I know my mustache sucks. I know I got a cold sore. I know I shot 96 today at Dove's Dread. I know we suck organically. We suck. But we're better than this, dude. What the fuck? We're better than this. We still show up on time. We may suck, but we're on fucking time. Fuck!
Can we confirm if Frank the Tank is here? Because I'll be honest, you add Frank the Tank into this mix right now, that instantly makes me happy.
Well, he wasn't on the email. So the guest that we've planned for over a week, the email that went out at 10:35 or 10:38 or whatever time that was with the link, we did not. He wasn't on there. So
imagine working for Barstool and not being able to write a blog. Like this is where we're at. It's like what are we doing?
I mean, we might be cutting into one of Frankie Midnight's sleep shifts too. Like he could be supposed to be sleeping right now. He's staying up for us to wake up in 2 hours and write the blog. So
I'm gonna just try to forward him the email. Right, like that's.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Keep it real. How are you guys doing? I mean, other than my fucking bitch fest, like, are you guys all right? Or
yeah, I feel good. Yeah, it was a nice day out on the course today. Kind of driving around, got some sun. Yeah. Barstool Classic was great. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab. Don't mind me.
You're gonna what? All right. So Frank has been forwarded the email. Okay. So hopefully, in about 2 to 3 minutes, a nice little Frank the Tank's gonna pop in from the side, and that's.
I mean, he's got to hit us with incompetent. Like that's what we need right now.
My favorite part about this is fucking White Sox Dave's playing Call of Duty right now. Hey, what's going on? I'll be in there soon. It's like, Dave,
just tell me when to show up.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Dave.
It's like, Dave, like we're past the fucking point of the wet floor signs. Like just let everybody break their fucking foot. You know what I mean? Let's just break.
Okay. I get the data. So I know no one's watching this, but whoever is watching this,
why? Why are you watching?
You're getting a very good fucking look behind the scenes of Barstool Chicago and where our weaknesses. Like there are gaps. I mean, we leave it on the table, man. Come email me, Carl at Barstool. This is unbelievable.
Yeah. I almost want to bring in White Sox Dave now. If he can do it.
Don't do that.
Oh, Dave,
such a shit show. Let's bring him in.
Is he on? Wait, we got Frank the Tank?
No, I don't think Frank's on. I was talking about that.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Tank, how are you, buddy?
Same crap, different day. Everything is friggin' miserable. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about COVID. I'm so sick and tired of seeing people tearing down statues. Now they want to get rid of the national anthem. The next thing you know, they'll be setting explosive charges on Mount Rushmore. We'll be singing. We'll be like Nikolai Volkov. We'll be singing.
Frank, what the fuck, man? We're sitting here, we're all down in the dumps, and you burst into the scene about fucking statues. And Frank, come on, what's going on here?
Well, that is what's going on. It's still a month before sports start, and then it's like every time we don't know what Dr. Fauci's going to say today.
Fuck Dr. Fauci, Frank.
Yeah, exactly right. Fuck Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci can go fuck himself.
Frank, did you see the video of Riggs at the golf course?
No, I didn't see that.
No, you didn't see that? Have you ever cried when you left Yankee or Citi Field or Shea Stadium? You ever cry at the ballpark?
I felt kind of some tears welling up leaving Shea Stadium the last time.
Did you? I think that's reasonable. Do you?
Yeah. Well, the park's closing.
What was your section at Old Shea, Frank?
I didn't have a section at Old Shea, but the last year I had a partial plan, and I had different seats, different places. It was pick a game plan, and I sat in the nosebleed seats for the last game at Shea Stadium as they were eliminated again on game 162, and only the Mets after a brutal, heartbreaking loss can have a ceremony bringing back a whole bunch of Met fan favorites as they touch home plate for the last time.
I'm going to need the helmet for tonight with Frank. I have one last question for Frank before I just get out of here and just gas these ones and just watch this interview go down. Frank, Game 7 of the World Series, you can't sit behind home plate. Where are you sitting? Anywhere else. Game 7 of the World Series, where's Frank sitting?
Anywhere in the stadium?
Not behind home plate. Not you can't be first row, Charlie, like whatever, handing the balls out. But like, what's your best place to watch a baseball game at Shea? I'm sorry, at City.
I can't be behind home plate anywhere behind home plate. Like, I can't even be section 321, my usual seat.
Oh, you can be upstairs.
Maybe I'll take section 321, where I usually sit, or the M&M party deck, in case there's a dramatic walk-off home run I could catch.
Hey, Frank, how was work today?
The court work, that's always a fiasco. It's like these attorneys just don't read their files until just before they have to get before the judge.
What do you? So you're a clerk, right? What exactly does a clerk do?
Well, usually the court clerk sits in the courtroom and helps fill out the paperwork for the judge and the attorneys and get them processed and sent to the right places. If someone has to get out of jail, I have to send the release orders to the jail.
Oh, interesting. Did you guys know that?
I didn't. I want to know. You mentioned it one time, Frank, about your sleep schedule. What's your sleep schedule like now? I remember before you said.
It's quite different now. It's quite different now. I don't have to stay up to 3 o'clock and watch the last game from California now, so I'm tending to get to sleep a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay, all right. That
Do
was
you
always
like Eggs Benedict, Frank?
What was that?
Do you like Eggs Benedict?
No, I don't.
Really? How do you prefer your eggs?
If I get eggs, I'll usually have them sunny side up.
Dip the toast in there a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah.
I especially like not toast to dip in there. English muffins.
Ooh, English muffin.
The nooks and crannies.
What's your breakfast beverage?
Eggs Benedict, Frank. What don't you like then?
I've never had eggs Benedict. I don't even know what eggs Benedict. I've heard of it, but I don't exactly know what it entails. But But I don't eat that many eggs, so the only eggs.
Series, Carl makes Eggs Benedict with Frank.
That might be a fun one.
Wait, Tank, what's your breakfast beverage? What do you have in the morning?
I tend to have orange juice or iced tea.
Orange juice or iced tea. Have you made Kool-Aid lately or no?
No, but I'm actually thinking about making Kool-Aid in the next day or two.
Frank making Kool-Aid is one of my favorite videos. If you guys have never seen it, you got to watch it. He does the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you give me an oh, yeah, Frank?
Oh, yeah!
Frank, can you give us an incompetent?
Do you know what? If I had a chance to make an air freshener, I'd actually make an air freshener of that smell when you're making Kool-Aid.
Oh, I like that, Tank. I like that. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Do we want to do some trivia here? Me versus Tank, and then we'll wrap it up?
Might as well.
Nope, not there yet. Sorry, Ed.
Well, you said you want to get out of here. You just said that.
Yeah, but I do have a question for Tank now we have him here. I meant get out of here like I want to listen to you guys do your thing. I didn't know you were just going to turn over a trivia, Ed, so you can go home and take a nap. It's 10:52. I might as well give the people a little bit what they want. All right, Frank, got to know everything you need to know about Dave Portnoy buying the Mets. Do you think you would be a board member? Do you think Dave would use you as a reason to educate other people involved with the Mets about what Mets fandom is? Do you see any connection between Dave Portnoy and the Mets and you get your voice to the Mets leadership?
Oh, well, that would certainly be nice. I know one thing that Dave does is Dave wants to win, so he wouldn't be just in it just to piss off the fans and to cut corners. I mean, it really does look like this team's actually for sale now. I mean, finally, the Wilpons are finally going to be cleansed from this franchise. I mean, they've just run everything so cheaply. They've cut corners, and it's not just that they cut corners in players. It's that they cut corners in medical care, which is kind of a bad thing.
Had they talked about knocking down the Darryl Strawberry statue?
We don't have any statues at Citi Field yet.
Oh, really? Who would you build one of?
Well, they were supposed to unveil the Tom Seaver statue this year. But I guess with all this war on statues, it's probably a good thing they haven't yet.
Good point.
Frank's joke.
I mean, just look at Seattle. They knocked down all these statues, and the one statue left untouched, pristine. In fact, they actually bow before it is the statue of Vladimir Lenin.
I don't know who that is.
They have a statue of Lenin in Seattle?
They have a statue of Seattle of Lenin in Seattle, yes.
Wow.
I heard there's a statue in Wisconsin that got knocked down, and it was like a guy who made pancakes or something.
Well, in San Francisco, they tore down the statue of Ulysses S. Grant and then wrote racist on him, even though he's the guy that won the war. And
yeah, Frank, is there any statues that you would like to tear down?
Is a great move here. I'm gonna have a couple.
What was that? What was that?
What did you say, Carl?
I said, on that note, let's pump it over to trivia.
All right.
I'll go first, Frankie. All right. Oh, Dave's here. Oh no, he's not here. So
I'm not around.
All right.
I heard some Civil War Ulysses S. Grant talk as soon as I got in.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
What's wrong?
Oh God!
I can't leave. I'm stuck.
I was backstage.
All right. Well, Dave, I wrote these questions for Ed because I thought you were going to be gaming. So you're Ed. They're kind of geared towards Ed and our boy Frank here, who's now kicked out. Can we get Frank back?
Backstage.
There we are.
Hey, congratulations to the White Sox. They no longer have the worst name of a stadium. That what is it? Green Dots or Stadium in Seattle?
Yeah, it's not a great stadium name, but it's our stadium name, so I fucking love it, Frank the Tank.
What
stadium?
Do you like that Green Dot Stadium, or is it Guaranteed Rate Field?
Guaranteed Rate Field.
I thought U.S. Cellular Field was bad.
It was bad, and it was even worse when U.S. Cellular Field was no longer a service provider in Illinois. So the company had naming rights to a stadium in a state that they didn't even supply a product for. So that was a weird one.
Bad business. What do you think? Are you guys ready for trivia so we can get out of here, close the books on this fucking show?
Yeah, did everybody behave themselves before I got here?
I mean, it was a complete disaster, but
beautiful disaster or ugly.
It was poetic in a way, but
okay.
All right, we'll get started with the trivia here. Frank, we got to make Dave go first, so if you can just do me a favor and take your headphones off, and then we'll wave to you or whatever when you're ready to go. All right, Dave. So we'll try to fly through these as fast as we can. Who were the Game 1 starting pitchers in that 2015 NLCS between the Mets and the Cubs? Game 1 starting pitchers.
That was a sweep. I'm gonna go Hendricks and Thor. Final answer.
Okay. We have Frank the Tank on the show, so we have a tank question here. Which war saw the introduction of tanks?
I'm gonna say that again.
Which war was the first war with battlefield tanks?
I'm gonna say World War I.
Okay. Question number 3. Which country is closest to Antarctica?
it would be either Chile or Argentina. I'm going to go with Chile.
Okay. Question number 4. I'll watch the clock here. You have 30 seconds. Name as many EPL teams as you can in 30 seconds.
All right. Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Bournemouth. I don't know if I'm saying that right. How many is that?
You got 3 right now.
Liverpool.
10 seconds.
Dry vermouth. I know there's like a Muth one.
There is kind of like a Muth one. We'll give you that one. You have 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Question number 5. Name the last 3 vice presidents of the United States. Starting with this administration.
This is such a fucking bullshit question.
Why? Why?
But it's easy and my brain's fried. I've been up since 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Pence, obviously, then Biden, and then who the fuck was George Bush's vice president?
10 seconds.
Is it Cheney?
Need a final answer.
I'll go with Cheney. I feel like that's right.
Okay. Last question of trivia. What was the top selling hot dog brand last year? They're almost always the top selling hot dog brand.
Oscar Mayer.
Okay.
Is that a hot dog brand? That's like more than hot dogs, though. Would that be like? Is that what you mean? Or
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Okay, we can bring Dave. Commendable effort. We'll bring Tank back on.
Wait, hold on a second. My phone's. Yes.
Tank, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. First question. Who were the Game 1 starting pitchers for the 2015 NLCS? So it was Cubs, Mets. Who started Game 1?
Game 1 for the Cubs and the Mets in the 2015 NLCS. Hold on, I'm going to have to think about this for a second. Let's see. I know it wasn't DeGrom because DeGrom pitched Game 5 of the NLDS.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
10 seconds here, Frank.
Noah Syndergaard against Jake Arrieta.
Okay. You're the Tank. Which war did tanks be introduced into battle? So the first war with battlefield tanks. Which war was it?
That would be World War I.
Okay. Question number 3. What country is closest to Antarctica?
The closest country to Antarctica?
Yep.
That's kind of a tie, actually.
Well, I know what you're saying, but it's actually one country. One country is slightly more south.
Of Antarctica? Oh, Antarctica.
Yeah.
Let's see. South Africa.
All right. So for this question, Frank, you have 30 seconds. I need you to name as many EPL teams, current EPL teams, as you can.
As many English Premier teams I can name? Let's see. Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Wolves, Sheffield. Wolves, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Wolves, Liverpool.
5 seconds.
I don't know if I can name any more than that.
Okay. Well, that should be enough. I need you. Question number 5 is name the last 3 vice presidents, and starting with this administration?
Michael Pence, Joe Biden, Dick Cheney.
Okay. Final question. What is the top selling hot dog brand in the United States?
It's probably that rotten gut Ballpark or Oscar Mayer. And I'm going to take a guess and say it's Ballpark.
Ballpark, okay. All right, let's add you up here real quick. We can bring Dave back on. All right, you guys ready? So neither one of you got the first question right. It was actually Matt Harvey. The Dark Knight was the game 1.
Oh, I thought Matt Harvey went game 2.
No, that you got game 2 correct. You said it was game 1, but it was actually game 2. Is
Henrietta and Thor.
Yeah, exactly. And then so that was Matt Harvey and John Lester. Game 2. Question number 2 was, you guys both got that. It was World War I. Question number 3, Dave. It is Chile, so you got that right. Frank, that's the first one where you guys were. So now Dave's up by a point. Frank, you crushed it in EPL. You hammered Dave. I think you got 8. Like you ran away with that one.
You know what helped? I've actually been trying to watch some of these freaking games, and I've named every team I think I've seen play.
Yeah, there you go. So Dave, I think you got 4 total. Frank got at least 8 or 9. So double jump there. So 2-2. You both got Pence and Cheney. It came down to hot dogs, and it was Oscar Mayer. So you were wavering on it, Frank. Dave got Oscar Mayer. Dave wins.
For me, it was flipping between those two. It was flipping between Oscar Mayer and Ballpark, to me, which are they're not good hot dogs.
No, they're trash. They're awful hot dogs.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the country and a lot of like places where like Idaho, Montana, these are the national brands, and they just buy the national brands. They may not have Nathan's or Sabrett's. We have Sabrett's over here. We have best provisions.
What's your number one?
Frank the Tank, I want you to tell Eddie, who I know is watching backstage, how good a Sabrett hot dog is.
Sabrett hot dogs are great, especially if you get the natural casing one and put them in the water, the dirty water. These are the push cart style hot dogs you get when you go down the street in New York.
They're awesome. Do you like the sweet sauce, the onion sauce?
I raw dog it.
You raw dog it?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? The Sabrett sauce.
Yes, I do.
That's what because my grandparents are from out east. It's fucking delicious. It's totally different from Chicago, but
they actually bottle it here. You could actually buy a bottle of that sauce.
Okay, yeah.
Supermarkets here.
All right, boys. Well, Frank, thanks for joining us. Sorry it was such a shit show to start. Dave will fill you in on what happened, but I think we're closing the book on this show.
Over 500, correct?
What? I think that win puts you over 500. Yes, correct. So
you see, and that was another one I didn't know. If Chile and Argentina are basically almost matched, and South Africa is right about the same.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's like 5,000 kilometers or something. Or it's Chile. Chile's the closest, and then it's New Zealand. There's Chile, Argentina, New Zealand, and then
New Zealand was a wild card. That's
New Zealand's closer to Antarctica than South Africa.
Southeast
for the internet, yeah.
Australia for a second, and then I was thinking South Africa.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Chile has that. Argentina has that peninsula, or Antarctica has that peninsula that basically.
That little friggin' bump.
That little bump, yeah, that little bump.
I believe it.
Boys, good match, Frank. Good to have you on. Really appreciate you staying up with us.
I wish you were doing more shows. I could do this more often.
All right, we'll have to figure something out. We could barely do this show, so I don't know if we'd do. But
we need a late night show here on Barstool Sports.
Yeah,
and I want to be the Steve Summers of Barstool one day.
Hey, we talked to him a few weeks ago. Frank the Tank. I think you and Carl would be excellent co-hosts. Just two weird brains going at it. For some sort of late night show, you guys should definitely correct.
Hopefully soon we'll have sports to actually talk about again.
1 month away.
Less than a month. What's today? The 25th?
Yeah.
In a month.
Officially.
Right.
I don't like the EPL. It's boring.
Well, real sports are coming back, Frank.
I mean, the Simpsons nailed soccer. He kicks it to the side, kicks it to the side, kicks it to the side, kicks it to the side.
Yeah, over and over for 90 minutes. All right, boys. Have a great night. Thanks a lot, Frank.
Have a good one, Frank.
Barstool, late night, party on, excellent.